Greetings to you wherever you are in this world. This is Michelle Strickland, and I'm here to do my lesson for today that I'm going to record in case somebody can get something out of it. I just want to encourage you to leave a comment because I'm just studying, so I don't have all the answers, and you might have some insight that I don't have. I would highly encourage you to leave comments and give me suggestions and give me some input on what you think it's about. Now, this is a small chapter that I'm going to be reading from, but so let's see what he has to say. I don't know. So, but let's see. Anyway, it's going to be out of the Bible today, and it's going to be from Isaiah chapter 16, verses 1 through 14. Send ye the lamb to the ruler of the land from Selah, to the wilderness, unto the mount of the daughter of Zion. For it shall be that as a wandering bird cast out of the nest, so the daughters of Moab shall be at the fords of Arnon. Take counsel, execute judgment, make thy shadow as the night in the midst of the noonday. Hide the outcast. Bewray not him that wandereth. I'm not sure what that means. It's talking about when to travel, that's for sure. And whoever it is, they want them to kind of hide the outcast. They were outcasts, so and to beware of somebody that's a wanderer. Let mine outcast dwell with thee. Moab, be thou a covert to them from the face of the spoiler, for the executioner is at an end. The spoiler ceases, the oppressors are consumed out of the land. There's a problem. There's some kind of problem. The outcast, sounds like they kind of had to flee. And Moab, I guess it was, Moab was compelled to possibly to give them a place of refuge for a period of time. If anybody knows what it's talking about, please send me a comment, because I don't remember this chapter. So I'm going to start from 4. Let mine outcast dwell with thee, Moab. Yeah. Be thou a covert to them from the face of the spoiler, for the executioner is at an end. The spoiler ceases the oppressors and consumes out of the land. So they're trying to get the outcast, an executioner, somebody that wants to kill them, kind of like me. Right, bullies and bad guys. Always the bully. Gosh, why can't we get past these bullies and bad guys? Oh my gosh, does it every time? Unbelievable. Just constant being chased. Yeah, like me, just being chased. I'm like, first of all, I don't even understand why I'm being chased. Why would I be chased? I go to the library, the store, and the park. Because I don't want to fall, because I don't want to, succumb to some demonic entities and evil people, and I don't want to be around evil people who are undisciplined and filthy, nasty behavior. Go get her, because I'm calling people out. Wow, this deep. Well, I tell you, it's something. And in mercy shall the throne be established, and he shall sit upon it in truth in the tabernacle of David, judging and seeking judgment and hasting righteousness. So mercy is going to be established. And somebody's going to be setting upon the setting upon whatever it is in truth in a tabernacle. And they're going to be judging. We have heard of the pride of Moab. He is very proud, even of his haughtiness and his pride and his wrath. But his lies shall not be so. Wow, so Moab was a liar, huh? A lying ruler. Wow, that's deep. We got them. Yeah, we do. We got a whole bunch of them. Yeah, we do. Same thing today. This is thousands of years ago. Same thing today. Man. Therefore shall Moab howl for Let me start that over because it sounds odd. Therefore shall Moab howl for Moab. Everyone shall howl for the foundations of Kerhart. Let me hold on. Forgive me for this one. Let me look at this word. Kaharaseth shall you mourn. Surely they are stricken. Dang, Moab's gonna howl for Moab? Wow, that's deep. He gonna mourn for himself. Yeah, if he wicked, it's gonna come. Sounds like, I don't know. For the fields of Heshbon languish, and the vine of Sibmah, the lords of the heathen, have broken down the principal plants thereof. They are come even unto Jazar. They wandered through the wilderness. Her branches are stretched out. They are gone over the sea. Wow, that's deep. I'm not really sure. Sounds like somebody, sounds like another tribe is coming on through. And not in a good way. And there's some water involved in it. So I'm not sure. So I hope somebody can comment on this chapter for me. Therefore I will be well with the weeping of Jazar, the vine of Sebma. I will water thee with my tears, O Heshbon. And Aali, sorry. For the shouting for thy summer fruits and for thy harvest is fallen. Okay. Somebody's going to be crying. Somebody's going to be crying. And the ground is going to be watered with with the weeping. And it's be around harvest time. All of this stuff, it sounds like. And gladness is taken away, and joy out of the plentiful field. And in the vineyards there shall be no singing, neither shall there be shouting. The treaders shall tread out no wine out of their presses. I have made their vintage shouting to cease. So they done messed up. So their crops ain't gonna be their harvest. Their harvest is gonna have a problem with their harvest. And they ain't gonna be singing because they're gonna have a problem with their harvest. That's bad if you have a problem with your food source. Wherefore my bowels shall sound like an harp for Moab, and my inward parts for Kerharish. And it shall come to pass, when it is seen that Moab is weary on the high place, that he shall come to his sanctuary to pray, but he shall not prevail. So I guess he was a wicked guy. But anyway, he came to the sanctuary to pray, but don't sound like, his prayers are being heard. This is the word that the Lord hath spoken concerning Moab since that time. But now the Lord hath spoken, saying, within 3 years, as the years of an hireling, and the glory of Moab shall be contemned with all the great multitude, and the raiment shall be very small and feeble. So it was a problem. I mean, sorry if I destroyed this chapter. I didn't know how to pronounce some of those words. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I tried. But please, anybody that has any insight on that, please feel free to comment. But it don't sound like for this guy, it don't sound like it was a good thing for him. He must have been an evil person, because if he's he don't sound like he was a good guy. Judgment was executed, and somebody became a wanderer, and they were outcasts. And it sounds like the oppressors was like, it's talking about consumed of the land. So they had a lot of oppressors in that land, And a throne's going to be established in the land. And the truth in the tabernacle, somebody will be in there judging. But they're saying this guy Moab, that he had too much, sounded like he had too much pride, And, there's folks in that land, because it was so consumed with oppressors, that their crops didn't come through. That's what it sounds like to me. Oh my goodness. I hope that's not a sign, That's why we can. Well, they're talking about food shortages and all this and that. You got people buying up this farmland, and they don't just sitting on it and stuff like that. Maybe that's for. So hey, you better make sure you get stocked up. Make sure you have food, because we don't know what these people have in store for us. Okay, maybe that's what it's trying to say. Is that because of the oppressors, the people in power and stuff like that, or people who have bought up all this land, or whatever their agenda is for us, maybe, because of what's going on, there's going to be problems with crops, if, as a result of harvest being destroyed, or maybe there weren't anyone didn't plant, anything like that. We got to be mindful, because it suggestion people be stocked up, and stuff like that. But that's something people should try to do anyway, is to make sure that, when you're spending your money, spend your money first on the things that matter, then everything else, Make sure you have your place to live, and making sure you're stocked up on food for months. You should be stocked up on food for months. You know, whenever you get a piece of change, you should also be stocked up on like your toiletries and things of that sort. When you get some extra money, spend that extra money to make sure that you don't have that you don't need anything in a time of shortage. You know, I was ahead of that before we even started having a lot of these different things. You know, because I'm from an ag state, you know, a farm state. For those of you in different parts of the world that don't, ag is just an acronym for agriculture. Because I'm from a farm state, they used to have farm reports, you know, and it was a seasonal thing, and it would give you an idea of what the weather patterns and the forecast, and it would give you an idea of what weather patterns would be. But up there, people, they live more off the land. When I was coming up, I fished and stuff like that. I miss fishing. The only reason why I don't really do it right now, because I don't have anyone, you know, and I don't want to be out there by myself like that. But my fishing poles, I got my fishing poles. But I grew up living off the land. My dad hunted all 4 seasons, you know. So we were eating deer, rabbit, squirrel, pheasant, duck, fish. I had to eat raccoon, y'all. Ugh, I hated raccoon. Yeah. Quail sometimes, not often, but quail sometimes, you know, stuff like that. But, so I'm used to stuff like that, you know. My dad his friends, every fall, they would go to Canada, and they would hunt for deers, and then they'd bring the deer back, and we ate off of it most of the year. But back then, you know, they didn't, the seasoning techniques and stuff like that, it was different. But now, people are you know, have other options. They know how to kind of season it and stuff up, you know. It's a lot different now. They can, but I grew up like that, you know. So for me, I'm used to just, I'm a country type. I'm a country kind of a girl anyway. I don't mind being in the city, but I'm a country kind of a girl. So I grew up like that. I cook still. There's some other things that I'm going to be talking about in reference to what I'm saying right now. But see, I cook just about every day. If I don't cook every day, it's because I have leftovers from what I already had cooked, you know. I bake bread still, but I cheat though on the bread. I cheat on the bread. Matter of fact, I got to make some bread today. I saw I was going to do that. I use a bread machine. But the only thing about it, you got to eat it up right away, you know. But see, I'm one of them type of people, you know. I believe in I'm a homebody person. I don't mind going out and doing stuff like that, but I make sure that my house is taken care of first. Okay? Regardless whether you're a woman or a man or a family or whatever. Make sure your house is taken care of first, then everything else extra. You know, but it feels good, you know, when you get your supplies, and you have supplies to last you for months. Then you don't have to worry about it. You know, if you need something, you just get a few things here or there, but you won't have to worry about, you know, food, because you're ahead of it by several months. And I really encourage people to do that. They have different prepper channels on YouTube where you can get ideas about that. I'm not an expert in that, so I watch those channels to get suggestions for prepper type stuff. But you need to be ready just in case, okay? Because we don't know what they have in store for us. So you want to get stocked up on canned goods or whatever, and other foods or whatever, you know. And make sure that your toiletries and stuff like that, because during the pandemic, you know, when the stores was closed and stuff, then what? And then when the stores that was open, if they ran out of supplies, what then? You know? Something to think about. You know, you should always be ahead, you know? Even if it is inexpensive. I go to the Dollar Tree or Family Dollar and Dollar General and get it. That stuff works just as fine. It worked just as good and save money like that. I do it because I'm on a budget. So but I make sure my stuff is done. After that, at least I make sure I have a place to live and my bills are paid and I have the provisions to last. I can make it for a while. But everybody should do that. So maybe that's what it was kind of warning of, is maybe had something to do with crops and things of that sort. What if because I don't keep up with the news anymore hardly, so I don't know what the farm season is like. But I know months ago they were saying there might be some problems this fall with shortages. I hope not. But you want to try to, regardless whether impending doom or not, you want to make sure you're ahead by some months on the necessity things for your house. You should be ahead. You should have enough stuff to last you for at least 6 months. And it don't have to be expensive to do it, but you need to be intentional when you do it. Now, if somebody can come up with something else, please do, because I was just studying that, for myself, and I don't remember reading that chapter, But anyway, so that's gonna really just get prepared, just in case, God forbid. But you want to, regardless, even in good times, you don't want to be. If you always make sure your house is taken care of first. You want to make sure for that, always. Make sure you have food to last for, even it might not be luxurious food, but you want to make sure you have something to eat to last you for some months. Okay. Everybody should do that, and don't be ridiculous. And when you get extra money and just blow it, make sure you look and see what you need first. Nobody's saying don't have fun, but look in your house and see what you need and get that first. Make sure for that. Stay ahead of that. And then, if there's anything, use that for if there's anything, then use that, to do the fun stuff, But some things you can do that doesn't cost money, But I'm going to be, I've got some other stuff, some series that I'm going to release throughout the week, about different things, different topics, But anyway, I'm going to just go ahead and just end it here because I really don't have a whole lot to add. But I am going to suggest maybe he's telling us get stocked up, because we have oppressors in the land, and we might have to try to stay away from them, as much as possible, Executioner, that's death. So whatever that means, I know death, but how it relates, if you don't have no food, what you gonna do? That's impending doom, but this is just, some things that are coming to my spirit to talk about, but that, I'm sure somebody else can give me insight, and I apologize about those biblical names and pronunciation, because I know I messed them up, but anyway, just have mercy on me for that. But anyway, I just want you to remember to have a good day anyway, and smile. Reach one person at a time. One person at a time. One person at a time. Okay? Have a good day.